If this
Hey guys, welcome to the 156th Let's Play of Dragon Age Inquisition. We are to Jello Alert level 0. He is still in Atlanta. The cats are doing their thing, and we're going to sit in judgment. Now I've adjusted the sound so the voices hopefully will be way louder than the background. The background won't interfere with my talking because I'm trying to record it all in one program. But let's start this by sitting our butts on the throne.
Adamant's influence continues, your worship. I submit Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, who remains loyal to Corypheus. We found him alive, offering extreme resistance, likely because the Order will ask for his head. In more colorful terms. To say nothing of justice you might personally require for what was suffered in the Fade.
many places felt the pain of adamant, you will answer for a great deal.
I recognize none of this proceeding. You have no authority to judge me.
On the contrary, many officials have communicated that they will defer to the Inquisitor on this matter.
Because they fear. Not just Corypheus, but Tevinter, rightful ruler of every piece of ground you've trod in your pathetic life. I served a living god. Bring down your blades and free me from the physical. Glory awaits me.
Ooh, do I make him no, I shouldn't. Give him to the Wardens. I honestly think giving him to the Wardens might be the best option. I don't know if it's going to work out well, but let's kind of give that a try, though. I really do think that would be a good option.
Although willing, there is a group you have wronged more than any. Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium. The Wardens can have you. Let them take your head if they want it.
Their petty justice or yours, it matters not. Truth lies in the next world.
I wonder what kind of effect that would have had or if I'd done something else. But I'm not going to... Oh, I get to sit again? Hell yeah!
Another of the lingering pains of Adamant, your worship. Sir Ruth is a senior warden of the Order. She was one of the many who slit the throat of another to bind a demon. She does not contest this. In fact, she surrendered to us. She requests no mercy. She wants the public justice of the headman's axe.
You're very serious about this. Is more death the answer?
There is no excuse for my actions. I murdered another of the Order. That blood marks me more than the Blight ever could.
Accepting their actions while thralls of Corypheus, many treaties allow wardens any extreme if it opposes the Blight.
I can't do it. I can't use the greater good to justify my crimes, as if it would create a future I could be a part of. It is wrong that this broke me. I've done worse. With full sanction, I can do nothing except be an example of the cost.
Oh. Andraste forgives you. I think, you know what? We're kind of going the religious route on this. I'm thinking that might be the route I'm going to kind of go. Forgiveness. Otherwise, I think the deep roads would be the way.
The Inquisition stands for faith. Our work has greater purpose. Sometimes we need a reminder. Sir Ruth, the Herald of Andraste forgives you in her name. Find peace in that.
Your worship, I will try.
The weird thing is, the Dragon Age, they're always bent over. I never understand why. The good works of Sir Ruth Operation... Oh, there we go. We must have ran through them all. All right, so now we're going to head towards our council office war room because I need to pick out operations. There's definitely a bunch of operations I get to do. But let's talk to Josephine just in case there's a little extra.
We've an interesting development, Inquisitor. A petition from citizens of Val Royal. They wish to know what Andraste said to you in the Fade.
They think she spoke to me.
Even Leliana can't trace the rumor's origin. It may be expedient to respond to those asking for Andraste's words.
It's not Andraste who saved me.
Few people outside Skyhold know it was Divine Justinia who delivered you from Lefade. You could attempt to tell Valroyo's citizens the truth, though it may not be as inspiring as they hope.
Tell these petitioners Andraste said she cares for us, always, as she walks by the Maker's side.
A fine sentiment. We will have it proclaimed in Valroyo.
You know, it's kind of a lie, but I would like to do that and not trash everybody's hope. Are we done? Okay, never mind.
Let's speak later.
Another time.
Another time, but not with you, milady, because you betrayed me and went to that Iron Bowl guy. No, there was time between.
It's time to plan our next attack. What's the state of the Inquisition?
We're well loved in Orlais. Say the words and Empress Celine will send her support.
And your actions at Adamant denied Corypheus his army of pet demons. With Orlais' support, our numbers match his. Corypheus' followers must be panicking.
My agents agree. Our victories have shaken his disciples.
Perhaps they'll rethink following the Darkspawn Magister from the dawn of time. Where is Corypheus now?
After Adamant, Corypheus uprooted his major strongholds and sent them marching south to the Arbor Wilds. His army clearly wasn't prepared to flee. Our victories have them on the defensive.
They've terrorized Thedas long enough. We end them now. If Corypheus is hiding in the Arbor Wilds, that's where we'll go.
But what is Corypheus doing in such a remote area?
His people have been ransacking elven ruins since Haven. We believe he seeks more. What he hopes to find, however, continues to elude us.
Which should surprise no one. Fortunately, I can assist.
You have my attention, Lady Morrigan.
What Corypheus seeks in those Forgotten Woods is as ancient as it is dangerous.
Which is?
'Tis best if I show you.
Okay. I knew Morgan had to pop up at some point. Morrigan. I think it's Morrigan.
This is an Illuvian, an elven artifact from a time long before their empire was lost to human greed. I restored this one at great cost, but another lies within the Arbor Wilds. That is what Corypheus seeks.
It's beautiful, in its way.
I found legends of an elven temple within the Arbor Wilds. Untouched. It proved too dangerous to approach, and thus I turned elsewhere to find my prize. If Corypheus has turned southward, he could succeed where I failed. The Illuvian would be his.
What does it do?
A more appropriate question would be, where does it lead?
Oh, am I going on a mission now? Is that what's going on? We didn't ask me if I wanted to go on a mission. Hey.
If this place once had a name, it has long been lost. I call it the Crossroads, a place where all Illuvians join, wherever they might be.
Is this place dangerous? It feels...
Unnatural, yes. We are, however, in no immediate peril. The ancient elves left no roads, only ruins hidden in far-flung corners. This is how they traveled between them. As you can see, most of the mirrors are dark, broken, corrupted, or unusable. As for the rest, a few can be opened from this side, but only a few.
How did you find out about this place?
My travels have led me to many strange destinations, Inquisitor. Once, they led me here. It offered sanctuary.
Sanctuary?
Not all the mirrors lead back to our world. The ancients were nothing if not resourceful.
What do you mean, a few can be opened from this side?
Some of the Illuvians have been left unlocked, like doors accidentally left ajar. All others are closed. They can be opened only from beyond.
Opened how?
With a key.
I suppose you have such a key.
The key can be many things. Each Illuvian is different. I have knowledge as well as power. Often that is enough.
This place isn't natural. It almost seems constructed. It's as if someone made a pocket within the Fade with its own rules of reality. If the ancient elves could do this...
It seems remarkable that the Magisters of Tevinter could ever challenge them. Yes.
It's deteriorating. Eventually, this place will simply collapse on itself.
Who can say how old it is? For now it stands, and thus retains its value.
Corypheus wants to come here.
This is not the Fade, but it is very close. Someone with enough power could tear down the ancient barriers.
And enter the Fade in the flesh, like Corypheus wanted to do with the Anchor.
He learned of the Illuvian in the Arbor Wilds as I did. He marshals the last of his forces to reach it. You have made Corypheus desperate, Inquisitor. We must work together to stop him, and soon.
All right, I guess now I'm... No Morgan. Okay, Morgan. Wait, whoa. What is that one? Oh, another one of Varric's books. Oh my god, Varric's books were everywhere. Everywhere. All right, let's go on back, guys. I'll see you in a moment. All right, we are back. Let's see what else we got to offer here. Oh, now Morgan comes in with me. That's kind of cool. All right, so we have some new stuff to look at. Let's start up here. Name of our enemy. According to Dorian, it might be possible to discover who Corypheus once was. Knowing he was human could make him less attractive to Tevinter zealots who think him as a god. Acquiring this information, however, is more difficult than one might suppose. Such ancient information could be found in the Magisterium's library in Minthras, but the Grand Archivist has so far replied to our messages with polite misdirection. Dorian says he is the king of this particular castle and knows it. He might be blocking our efforts out of allegiance to Corypheus, or simply because he can. Josephine, bribed man with gifts and favors. Go around him. I can send an agent to infiltrate the archive and find out what we need. And then Cullen, men like this respond to one thing, threats. He knows who you are and doesn't want to be your enemy. You go get this for me, Cullen. Because Cullen's the least effective in a lot of situations, and when I can use him, I'll take him. Alliances from the heart? The conflict among the nobles of the Legion capital has come to a head. Lady Raikela has been busy promoting an arranged marriage to solidify the positions of the current players, with considerable status reserved for her as matchmaker. The object is the pairing of Lord Desrossier with Lady Thibault.
To go on just yet.
Okay, I missed that. Daughter Celeste, all who have status enough to speak seem to be in agreement, but we have received a number of letters regarding the matter. From Lady Valise Thibault. My daughter will dutifully comply, but I know her feelings. She'll speak to no one. I would have you remind her that we are servants of our chosen world, but it serves us as well. It is her name that is stabilizing this alliance. It conveys power that should not be misdirected to matchmakers. From Lord Perrin de Desrosiers. Frankly, I'll be glad when the matter is settled. I've no desire to inconvenience the young Celeste beyond what name-sharing Lady Raikela recommends. This has been a cock-up from head to tail. From Jacine Leandre. I pledge the Inquisition, if my dear Celeste is willing to sacrifice to ensure this alliance, then I can only do as much. My name may not be enough for some, but she'll have my protection indirectly through service to you. Liliana, if you're set on the arranged pairing, Jacine Leandre should be quietly escorted from the city. I would not wish him present. Josephine, This is a currency. The two youths could be marriage enough if other investments encourage Lord Desiree to withdraw. You do that, Josephine. What would Colin? Do we truly need this? I suggest discreet maneuvers and a free marches. A standard retinue +2. Get the young couple out of range. Oh. I guess we're going to come back to Colin. He would have been good for this. I should have read them all. That was my bad. Okay, we got Gather Cloth, which I don't need. Emerald Graves, no. What about here? Protect Valgamore from Darkspawn. Your worship, my town of Valgamorn has been besieged by Darkspawn. I cannot fathom where the loathsome beasts have come from, but I beg the Inquisition for assistance. My own humble forces have already been dispatched to help your own noble effort. Leave my people ill-equipped against a savage host. The word of your redemption of the Grey Wardens has already spread far. Please, if you can spare them, Valgamore lives or dies by your word. Yours, Marquis Ethelish Buffon. Liliana, it's odd to see a town threatened by Darkspawn. I suggest we investigate before committing forces. And Josephine, Marquis Ethelish has other allies. She can call upon them and we can save the Wardens for a true emergency. Oh my god, he does like everything. Okay, Liliana, why don't you go take a look?
What we have.
Because by the end of this Let's Play, I can go back and take a look then. Alright, over here we have more. Ooh, we have a finish. Hardened Hightown, a worthy dwarf. Nightingale. We removed a dwarf from his home in Hightown. He had another manuscript in progress, which we burned, doused in acid, and threw into the sea. Apparently he has a beef of Varric for setting up the champion of Kirkwall with another runecrafter. He ranted about better beards and true dwarves, and then declared himself the greatest writer in Thetis. At which point Fletcher laughed so hard she started choking. That dwarf is a menace. And he claims he didn't send the note to Skyhold. Oh. Oh, we got another completion. Delicate negotiations. The talks between Ferelden and Orlais took place in Jader, and it was not easy to keep matters from spiraling out of control. King Alistair is no diplomat, after all, and had little patience for the endless fanfare. Thankfully, the Orlesians are uninterested in more war and were able to smooth the way towards an eventual peace treaty. The king sent along a sword that once belonged to the Ferelden hero King Calanhad, as thanks for the Inquisition helped create. Huh. Cool. Judgment. The good works of Sir Ruth. The Grey Warden Sir Ruth appears to have taken your forgiveness to heart and has found a purpose with Stalwart of the Chantry. She has requested resources to take the word of the Maker to areas where less able messengers might be threatened. Inquisitor, the compassion you have shown has compelled me to act in your name. Where the Maker's word is absent, I can bring it. Where his light has fared, I can rekindle it. I will challenge the worst of Andraste's detractors and inspire where her chanters cannot go. If I fall in her service, that will serve as well. Sir Ruth. Josephine, her delayed suicide is no way to speak for Andraste or the Inquisition. I would deny her. No, I guess we're not doing that either. That is so weird. There's like a lot of things I agree with Colin. Obtain an amulet for Cole. Regardless of whether Cole is a demon or a spirit, he remains vulnerable to venatory binding magic. The amulet, the Unbound, used by Riviana Seers, is said to protect spirits from such magic. However, finding such an amulet in this part of the world will be difficult. Josephine, my Riviana contacts say that these amulets are held dear, but to protect spirits from the breach, they are willing to help us. Oh, you go do that. There we go. The one other thing I forgot to check was we still have stuff going. But here, this is the next mission, what pride had wrought. The Inquisition is now forced to be reckoned with. Call its allies to rally their soldiers and march with Inquisitor Trevelin's army to the Arbor Wilds, where they will face Corypheus' zealots in one final time. The Inquisition must stop Corypheus before the Darkspawn Magister finds a long-lost elven artifact in the wilds that allow him to enter the Fade physically and claim its power. I am still far above this, but I want to wait until those other missions are done, so we won't go there right now. We will go there, just not right now. Alright, so we're going to look at the journal, because we do... Oh, subjected to his will. Sola says that find amulet of will... Okay, I already did that. And the left hand of the divine. Draw Leilani to Chantry in Valence. Oh, I need to do that. Letter written by... Oh, that's right. And what about the Inquisitor's Path? What pride had wrought? That's the big mission I have to go... Oh, no, let's go back. Do I have... See, the rest of these are all the little things that I'm not going to touch. Honestly... I mean, there's little things, but honestly, I think we're done with the little things. So I think what we're going to do is we will set up the left hand of the divine. But I am going to leave you guys for right now, and I'll see you next time because we're out of time. And until then, take care.